Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to my third video journal. I've been super excited to share this one because I can officially announce that I'm the director of my own wedding film company called Blooming Moments Films. This has been a goal of mine since I first started filmmaking, so yeah, I'm just super stoked that I finally got to this stage. I actually set up the company in November, so it's been officially running for about 5 months, but obviously there's been a lot of stuff to do to actually set it up. So in this video, I'm just kind of going to share and explain everything that I've done up to this stage to get to the point that I'm at. There's quite a lot to get through, so I'm going to sift through it as quick as I can. And I'm also going to leave some timestamps in the description of the video so you can see what I'm talking about at what stage of the film. But yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, first things first is you've got to find a name. Now it sounds simple, but you need to make sure that your name is available on the company checker on the .gov website. And you also need to make sure that your domain name that you want to use is available through website searches such as GoDaddy. Because there'd be nothing worse than setting up a company through .gov and getting your name and then suddenly finding out that you can't use the domain name for your website, because that would kind of stitch you up, right? So the second thing that I personally did was get a logo designed, and I used a website called Fiverr, which is basically where loads of freelancers work and can do jobs for you. And obviously I had the logo pictured in my head, but trying to communicate and translate this to the logo designer was a bit of a challenge. And it took about 3 revisions or so, but I finally got it to the stage that I wanted it. Okay, so this is the company that I use. They're called Happy Cards, and this is some of their designs. And this is basically what's included in the order. So I sent them a message saying, I've just started a wedding film company. This is the logo I want. A pink flower blossoming with blooming and moments above and below and BM in the middle. Started the order. 2 days later, it arrived. View the delivery. This is the first draft, but I just wasn't happy with it whatsoever. So basically sent them what I wanted being done different. Had a little conversation about that, and then they sent me 2 versions of the new file 2 days later. So this is the first version with the BM kind of more scripted, a bit thinner, and then this is the second version that they sent me, and I was super happy with this, and yeah, that was the final draft. Then my next step was to get the logo animated. So again, I used Fiverr, just literally typed in logo animation, scrolled through all of the people who kind of offered their services, and chose the guy that I thought would be best suited for what I wanted. And then yeah, I got that sorted again. I took about 3 revisions again, I want to say. So as for the logo animation, you've actually got to purchase it first, and then you send them the file, the logo. And then basically in the description, you've got to kind of say what you want. So I said, before anything, I want the flower to bloom out in all directions from the middle. I then wanted blooming to be revealed from left to right on top, and then moments to be revealed left from right on bottom. And then at the very end, the BM inscribed. So this is basically the first draft they sent me. Wasn't happy with it at all. Didn't like the way the flower came, didn't like the lines after the BM, and didn't like the shine at the end. So basically sent them a message saying the flower just seems to be expanding and I want it to actually grow petal by petal, and also get rid of those shine as well. And then 2 days later, the next delivery came through, and again, they were getting it closer. So the actual flower growing, I really liked that. However, I didn't like how the letters came in one by one. So again, had to do some more revisions. And then finally, they smashed it with the last one. And yeah, super happy with how that came out. So I approved the delivery and we're good to go. So now I've got my company name, I've got my logo, and I've got my logo animation. The next step for me was to create a promotional video. So I basically sifted through all of the wedding films that I'd done, and I chose my favorite bits from each one and chucked them into a minute-long promo that also had my logo animation at the end of the film. And then this could be used to put on the home screen of my website. So as soon as visitors come on and they see it, it just looks super professional, and it also engages with them as well. And then that leads on to designing my website, and I did that through Wix, and I'm not going to talk too much about that in this video, just because I did in my previous video when I was creating my personal website. And then once I had my website sorted, I then had a platform in which I could showcase my portfolio and also receive inquiries through the contact form as well. So this is the Blooming Moments website. On the homepage, you've got the promotional video that I've done, and I've just put it on loop as the background. And then just below this, you've got a couple of nice quotes, and you can view the packages. And then you've got an Our Story section, which is basically about me and the company. You've got a nice headshot of me and also a photo of me shooting a wedding, which was taken by Ant, who runs Redlock Photography. And he's an incredible wedding photographer. And then just below this, you've got an Our Portfolio section. And if you scroll further down, you've got the packages. I offer 3 packages: standard, premium, and luxury. Although, as it states here, they're just guidelines and they are flexible and can be tailored to your needs. And below this are the testimonials, and to the side of them, you've got the weddings, brides, dresses, and more certified supplier logo, as well as the TWIA Regional Finest logo as well. And then obviously you've got all of the testimonials, which are all amazing. I'm so happy with the feedback that I've got from my work from weddings. And then finally, you've got the contact page, and can't wait to hear from you. I auto-filled the name in for Romeo and Juliet because I thought it was a nice little touch. You've got your email that you need to fill in, the same with the phone, the date, and the location. And then once you submit it, it will take you to a really nice thank you page. So the next step for me was getting my social media sorted, so Facebook and Instagram. Now, as for Facebook, it has been massive for me in getting wedding bookings. I've joined a ton of wedding pages where brides can literally type in, I'm looking for a videographer, and I can comment on the post typing wedding comment on my phone, which will then upload a custom message, and then I can input their name and any information that may be relevant to that post. And then directly under that, I can comment my promotional video, my minute-long video that I've created before. And that'll just make me stand out from everyone else who's offering their services, and again, just look super professional. You've got my logo attached to the website link, so yeah, just super happy with that. So as for Instagram, just here I'll show you a screen recording of how I've grown organically. But basically, the outreach list that I've created for doing film work for vendors and suppliers, I'll go into Instagram, I'll search them, I'll like a few of their photos, and I'll comment something. So if it's a venue, I'll be like, what a beautiful venue, or this is a dream place to have a wedding, or I'm in love with the setup you guys have, anything like that. And then I'll scroll back up to the top of their page, use the drop down menu, and then scroll to another venue, and then just do the same and keep on repeating, because it's just natural organic engagement. And yeah, again, I'll do another screen recording just here and I'll show you the results. And yeah, the following's grown massively, and then it kind of snowballs and just starts growing itself, which is super handy. Now getting to the business side of things, obviously I've had to see an accountant, and he's kind of given me the down low on everything I need to know with taxes and stuff like that, which honestly took a while for me to wrap my head around, but I'm there now. And he also told me about ICO data protection, so I've got all that sorted as well, which is super handy. And then another part of obviously setting up business is doing advertising, and I actually met a guy called Mihai who ran some ads for me. Basically, I paid £1,000 a month on ads, and then I paid him £600 on top of that. So it was basically £1,600 a month, which is quite a lot of money, especially for someone who's just graduated and come out of uni. But I do understand that sometimes you've got to lose money in order to make money and help your business grow. But yeah, so again, I'm going to show you a screen recording of the results from the first month that was kind of split into 2 campaigns. Okay, so I store all of the data or the data from Mihai's ad in my finance folder in my Google Drive. So the first stage was between the 23rd of the 1st and the 7th of the 2nd, and we spent a total of £403 and reached 21,500 brides. And then you've kind of just got all the extra information here, like cost per 1,000 impression, which is £6.92. How many leads I got, so I got 11 leads from it, and the cost per lead was £36. And then it also tells you basically how much of the video they watched. So 1,000 watched 25% of the video, 400 and a bit watched 50%, so half of the video, and then 162 watched the whole promo all the way through. And then the second kind of half of the ad was between the 7th of the 2nd and the 22nd of the 2nd. And in this one we spent £362 and we reached 24,000 brides. So if you look at it compared to the first ad, obviously we've managed to get the cost per lead down as well. We initiated 55 checkouts with 21 leads, so obviously a lot better. And the cost per lead was £17.26, which is basically half of the cost per lead from the first ad. And total video plays came down to 48,000 here. So yeah, massive increase. And obviously that's what you get when you optimize your ads. And then obviously I wanted to see how this converted to my website and how many visitors I was getting to my website, because those ads were run on Facebook. And so all the data in the last screen recording, that was all data from Facebook. But yeah, so one of the reasons that I love Wix is the fact that you can download plugins that will show analytics of your website. So here you can see that over the last 7 days, and this is when the peak of my ads was running, you had 451 website visits and 433 of those were unique visitors. Another thing that I love about Wix is that you can download plugins like Visitor Analytics. So we've got 1,241 page visits in the last 4 weeks, which has been mind-blowing for me. That's a great statistic, and I'm super happy with it. And also you can see how many people from each country have also visited your website. So you've got 404 from the United Kingdom, and also America's pretty high as well with 409 visitors. So that wraps up how I've personally gone about setting up a wedding videography company. I don't really know if it's right or wrong, but I'm pretty happy with how it's going so far and the results are showing. I think I've got 15 weddings booked in over the next 2 years. And I've almost had 100 wedding inquiries within 3 months of running ads. So yeah, the results have been pretty good. And I'm just super excited and happy to see where this journey takes me. You know, it's at the first stage, which is the hardest stage. But yeah, this is definitely what I want to kind of do for at least the next 5, maybe 10 years, because I am super passionate about it. And one of my aims is to be the best wedding videographer in the UK. That would be an amazing accomplishment, and I'm definitely aiming high because I feel that my work's got the standard to do so. But yeah, so if you've got any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, cheers for watching.